All right, Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast. This is for December 4th to the 10th of 2017. And this video is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to the channel or don't know what Sidereal Astrology is, be sure to check out the link down below. We're using the actual size of the constellations, which does change the signs from mainstream astrology. You do want to make sure you're watching this for your sidereal sign. All right, so Pisces, this week, a lot of concentration on the ninth house for you, which is about possibilities. It's about opening your mind to possibilities and tapping into a bit of that adventurous spirit in your life. Some of you may be involved with travel-related stuff, long-distance matters, maybe philosophy, higher learning, university, those types of expansive things. But yeah, great to be fundamentally focused on thinking big and that spirit for life. Now, the Sunday right before this week, we had a full moon in your third house. So some of you maybe gained some insight about the importance of communication and maybe about the importance of the practical side of yourself, where the ninth house is more about possibilities. Third house is more about the practical, the tangible. So a great week for implementing some practical or tangible things in your life, whether it's communication, reading, writing, things like that. And Mercury is, of course, retrograde this week. Went retrograde in your 10th house, technically. So up until Thursday, maybe a good time to revisit some of the career stuff, the productive things in your life, re-examine that area, and then Thursday onward, go back and re-examine these belief systems, this whole higher stuff, expansive stuff in your life. I think will be a good thing to reconsider, rehash, redo for most of December. All right, so let's look at all of this here in more detail when we return. All right, Pisces, so here's your chart for the week. There's the concentration of that ninth house, the house of possibilities, of belief systems and expansion, really being activated for you. But let's look at the breakdown this week. We do have Chiron going direct on Tuesday. So there is some forward-moving energy involving you and your sign, right? So about the past year, some of you have been healing some wounds lately, just in general. Maybe there's more healing in your life. But now that's starting to move forward. So if you feel like there's a shift around Tuesday, where some wounds do come up, or you feel like you want to heal some wounds regarding yourself or your confidence or your independence, I think it's great to listen to that if you're guided to, and kind of go into this area sort of head on, assert yourself, get out there, experience things. This is the first house. It's about living in this world. And through that, healing, because these are internal wounds you're healing. They're not objective facts about your actual adequacies or whatever. This is just as you go through the motions of asserting yourself, being independent, taking action, whatever it is, you're going to find it very rejuvenating and healing as a result. But listen to your inner guidance with that and go at your own pace. Now, Wednesday, we do have Mercury going over Saturn for the second time because of this retrograde. So time to maybe revisit some of this stuff that has likely started to shift involving your career. I think you're going to notice that 2018, 2019 is really about setting some solid foundations with your career, your productive life, and your public image. Taking this area seriously, building this area. So maybe some things to revisit with it. Maybe you're thinking more seriously in this realm. And so Wednesday, good to maybe start, seeing what you can start to establish, but then also just be flexible, try new things and experiment with that Mercury retrograde. Now, what's nice about this conjunction is that it is going to be sextiling up to Mars. So there is this support from Mars in your seventh house of relationships. I think you've been very direct in your relationships these past couple months. I think there's more assertiveness, more independence there. And so great part of the week for that. But then also using a bit of that motivation drive into that career, productive life, or whatever it is that you're focused on in that realm here around Wednesday. So once we get into about Thursday, Friday, we do have Mercury going retrograde back into that ninth house. I think it will be great to re-examine some of the things pertaining to possibilities, to your belief systems, your perspective of life, and maybe quite literally things like travel or higher learning that Mercury's going to help you learn a lot about. So try a bunch of new things, experiment with this area. I think you'll find that you're learning a lot about it. And and through that, then after that, implementing a lot of these insights once Mercury goes direct later in December. So looking at the weekend here, we have a couple very different aspects. Mercury trining Uranus and then Venus squaring up to Neptune. So with the trine up to Uranus, it could be an exciting weekend generally, maybe some new and different things. Could be involving you breaking free. Uranus in your first house these past 8 years has been about you expressing who you are, being who you are, expressing your eccentricities as we all have them. And that very much supporting this more adventurous spirit of life. And so this weekend could be adventurous, open-minded, right? But then also this freedom of being yourself, being your true self. Now, Venus is squaring Neptune, so there could be this uncertainty maybe about possibilities. And so it's good to be very present. And I think this is something you've already been developing these past like 10 years. Neptune has been helping you really connect to the now moment. Get your alone time, receptive energy, trust your intuition. So anything in that now moment I think is great this weekend because it's going to help you constructively utilize this stuff, constructively build your intuition, build your now moment awareness, and build also this connection about how everything does happen in divine timing along the life path. All right, so Pisces, have a great week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all very soon for the next forecast.